Not only is there a regular core of volunteers that work on the site, but often the Green and Away experience draws the conference delegates themselves back as volunteers to experience the joy of participating in the building of the village and creating a pristine, relaxed and atmospheric venue. Year on year, the site is developed by innovative volunteers responding to the individual needs of clients. Far from being static, the site has evolved to provide the best tented facilities possible, not only full of charm, but also at a modest price, enabling all organisations, large and small, to use Green and Away.
Do that, but I recognise lots of people as they come through, and it's really lovely having people come back time after time, partly because that means that we must be doing something right, that you want to come back.
One of the other great things about when people come here as delegates is sometimes they've enjoyed it so much they just really want to be part of Green and Away and come and experience it a bit more, so they come and volunteer either for setup or to help us run our camps. And without our volunteers we'd be really stuck. We really rely on them in so many ways.
It's very important to Green and Away to have volunteers, but not just to have any volunteers. We're extraordinarily lucky in the calibre of people we get to work here, because whilst we do refer to them as volunteers, and they are volunteers, they're also very highly trained in all sorts of different ways. You can imagine building a village like the Green and Away village and operating it and doing all the stuff in the background that participants don't see requires a very wide range of skills.
There's also a great sense of community, and we're able to sort of engage all sorts of people, different backgrounds. We've had people like myself as a retired Lieutenant Colonel well into the establishment. We had a director from Thames Water involved with us. We've had people who've been unemployed and come from entirely different social strata. But the great thing is that we all work together for a common aim, and that sort of community spirit somehow pervades the whole camp, so that the visitors are infused with the same spirit of collaboration and cooperation.
So I feel that the future that we're moving into is one where we are going to be much more responsive to people than we even are at the moment. That results in far more people wanting to volunteer for next year, and that means that the calibre of the work that we're able to have to do things is increasing, which means that the delivery of the product is getting more and more refined and more just what the people need.
So we have a professional chef who works in the kitchen and delivers extraordinarily high quality meals from the field kitchen. We have an electrical engineer, we have people with marketing backgrounds, and of course we have a range of people with practical building skills, building low impact structures, putting up large marquees and all kinds of other skills of a practical nature to make this happen. When Green and Away started, it was a very small number of people and it didn't need many volunteers at all. Over the years, it's become an increasingly complex operation. We put up more structures, we can have more participants come to Green and Away. And of course, the result has been that each year we've needed more and more volunteers.
The rapport we have when we have the volunteers on site, with the focus that we have to build the conference centre, builds an incredible atmosphere of community. Several people have said to me this year, why are so many people coming to volunteer? And this year has been noticeable. The reason I feel is because the fact that we have such a wonderful amount of fun and sense of community here, and also more and more people are becoming environmentally aware and looking to work with environmental organisations.
Working with the volunteers is a pleasure, all the different people who come through, and usually such a pleasure to work with and to see them getting involved and usually coming back and seeing them over a period of time, even getting to know them well over a week or so is really fun, and asking them afterwards how they've enjoyed it and getting to know them, yeah, that's really good.
I became a volunteer after I'd exchanged emails with Mike Monroe-Turner, who deals with the volunteers for Green and Away. I wanted to find out a bit more information, obviously, about what Green and Away was all about and what would be expected of us as volunteers. And I liked what I heard, to be honest. I really was looking to learn some new skills. I was looking to work outdoors in the summer. And I guess kind of what sort of dawned on me after that, and certainly since I've arrived, is really the people I've met and the backgrounds they come from, the areas that they work in, and that's been as important as all the others put together, I think.
All the energy on site is generated on site, all the electricity, so we have solar panels, we have a variety of wind turbines. So I was able to bring a bit of my knowledge to that and hopefully try and pass that on to people. We've got people with various skills, and it's always interesting when they've got sort of this enthusiasm to learn about it, and because it's such a sort of simple, practical site, and because you know, all the cables are above ground, it's very easy to explain to somebody what's going on. Nothing's sort of hidden or magical.
The staff of Green in a Way are all working here voluntarily. It does mean that they want to be here, and they're keen to make as good a job really of looking after people and running the site as they can.